Well, the day has come to break out the dress whites, and for the next few minutes, I'm going to be the captain of the INS Vikrant. Well, let's not get carried away. There is a little bit of the INS Vikrant in the tank of the Bajaj V15. That's what we are riding today, and this is how it feels to ride. Let's begin with the parts born of the ribs of the INS Vikrant, the styling. The Bajaj V15 is an unconventional design. I do think the tank and the side panel make a simple, muscular set. Restrained stickering allows the lines to play, and it's rather nice overall. But that headlight and fairing, especially with the chrome surround, seem weird next to the simplicity of the tank. And at the other end of the motorcycle, the tail panel has a sudden clutter of finishes and colors. What stands out are two things clearly. First, Bajaj has put effort into the build quality and finish. The V15 is better built than almost any current Bajaj product, and finish levels are great. It's perhaps because this is a simple machine with relatively few creases and panels. It's perhaps because Bajaj's recently minted inclination for complex, busy and therefore hard to finish designs is in abeyance, at least for now. But the fact is, when you ride the V15, it feels solid. Second, the V15 stands out. It's an unconventional, even disproportionate design that has pretty bits and ugly bits all vying for your attention. It's not jarring, thankfully, just unexpected. And that's something Bajaj was aiming for. Now let's look under the skin. Like the rest of the motorcycle, the engine is brand new. However, it's brand new, but more importantly, it's a long stroke engine, something Bajaj has not done in absolutely years. The long stroke format is good for making torque, and torque really is the story of the V15. The undersquare engine makes 13 Nm of peak torque and 12 PS of peak power. But the point of the engine tune is a high and flat torque curve, not horsepower. The engine peaks early and offers great torque right off the bottom. The right way to ride the V15 then is to shift quickly up the gears and then just twist on and off for passing traffic or for slowing down. Ridden like this, the V15 feels natural and effortless. The bike has a nice soundtrack and the vibration is well controlled. Bajaj says real-world economy should hover in the 50 to 55 km per litre region. They also point out that most commuters ride between 30 and 50 km an hour, which is exactly where the V15 is designed to do its best work. A regular template commuter, the V15 is not, and you can tell that from the fact that it's a 150cc engine and from the design. However, when you get out on the open road, you very quickly realize that it doesn't want to do the highways, because once you get past 60 km per hour, there's just enough vibration and noise from the engine to tell you it doesn't want to do this. It will handle 100 km an hour if you really push it, but it doesn't want to do it. What it really wants to do are low and mid speeds between say 20 and 50 km per hour in high gear, where it's really comfortable. That's the environment it lives for, the city. The V15 is hard to classify into a segment, but if you take the 150s, the bottom of the 150s, and take the 125s, the V15 has one of the longest wheelbases in this class. So when you ride it initially, you do get the sense of riding a really long motorcycle, and that's not really a surprise. What does come as a surprise is how easily the motorcycle changes direction and how quickly that sense of length fades. I think within 2 or 3 kilometers, I was flicking through traffic like I'd always done it. And when you start doing it, you realize it really is a well-made city commuter that understands how to deal with traffic. I do wish the Bajaj V15 understood how to deal with roads a little bit better though. The V15 says Bajaj offers a bit more suspension travel than this class of motorcycles. The V15 does absorb big bumps rather well as a result. But I do think it could have made the motorcycle more supple and improved its feel over smaller bumps. On these, the V15 feels stiff. It's a comfortable motorcycle overall, but it promises visually to be plush, but turns out not to be quite that luxurious in feel. In fact, in hindsight, if Bajaj were to find that initial suppleness for the suspension and just a little bit more control over engine refinement, the V15 would have felt deliciously creamy smooth. The Bajaj V15 is not designed to fit into the traditional classes of Indian motorcycles, and that makes it a little hard to judge the motorcycle. It certainly has its high points and it certainly has some issues, but the thing is that everybody who
takes a look at the motorcycle, who goes for a small ride on the motorcycle, will immediately have a slightly personal reaction to this motorcycle. Some will absolutely love it, some will absolutely hate it, and others will fall in the middle. The question is the largest majority of the people who react to this motorcycle having a good one or having a bad reaction? And that will tell us what happens next to the Bajaj V15.